Hey, what is going on, guys? It's DK back at you with another video here to break down the 11-game NBA main slate here on Monday. A couple things before we get in the video. Again, we're over 1.7 thousand subscribers now. Seriously, thank you guys so much. All the support on YouTube comments, Twitter. I read everything. I try to respond to all you guys. So thank you guys all so much for all the support. Really appreciate it. Two, if you're new to the channel, I'm doing a weekly giveaway where all you have to do is leave a like and a comment in the video. It's one entry in the giveaway. Max one comment though per video. It starts my Monday night showdown video that I had up at the beginning of the week, goes throughout the week, and will end of my Monday night showdown video that I'll upload right after this. So how it works is however many videos up for the week, you enter the giveaway that many times. So say if I have 10 videos up for the week, you enter the giveaway 10 times. And the winner receives $20 PayPal from myself, where I will announce the winner again in my next video for the Monday Night Showdown slate, which I have up after this. And with that out of the way, let's jump in the video. So first, let's look back to see how we're doing here for Sunday night. So this is my lineup that I went with for Sunday. Jalen Brunson, Kendrick Nunn, Duncan Robinson, Bam, Cat, Napier, AD, and Rozier. So I stuck to GPPs because it was a smaller slate, and I played a little bit riskier here, right? I took a shot on Duncan Robinson at flat minimum price. So it was him or Dorian Finney-Smith, right? I mean, no real great options, but minimum price guys. One with Duncan Robinson. Kendrick Nunn is a guy I really liked here at, I believe, at 5.3. Jalen Brunson, a little disappointing so far. Hopefully he can pick it up a bit. And then Bam, Cat, Napier is a value play. And then I plugged in Anthony Davis and Rozier, who I think are going to be pretty low owned if this game stays close. Those guys could crush. So we'll see. But let's look at this slate for Monday. All right. So before we get into the prices, let's go over the over-unders and the spreads for these games. So Bulls Knicks is sitting at 224 right now, with the Bulls favored by 1. Pacers Pistons at 213.5, with the Pacers favored by 2. Magic Raptors at 212.5, with the Raptors favored by 4.5. Cavs Bucks at 222 with a 15-point spread. Bucks favorites, so there's definitely some blowout risk there. Trailblazers Spurs at 220 with the Spurs favored by 4.5. Nuggets Kings at 218 with the Nuggets favored by 6. Jazz Suns at 217.5 with the Jazz favored by 4.5. And then Hornets Clippers sitting at 225.5. Clippers favored by 15.5. So definitely some blowout risk in that one as well. There's a couple games not on here, I believe. There's 2 games not on here. I know one of them not listed yet is the Golden State Pelicans game, which I want a lot of pieces to. Right, I've been talking about it in all my videos. Pelicans play at such a fast pace. Golden State's defense, nothing to be scared about at all. There should be a lot of fantasy goodness in that one. So I assume that one's going to be pretty high. I guess like 235, maybe even a little higher. Let's look at some prices here. So start at center again. Jokic at the top, in a great spot here. I believe this one was also not listed. Denver, Sacramento. Oh, no, it was. Denver, only 6-point favorites. I thought they'd be a little more favorites, I guess. But Jokic at 9.6. The price is not up on him enough for his upside, right? No Bagley. The matchup against Dedmon, Holmes, he should have his way really. And triple-double upside, right? He had a triple-double last game, 23 points, 12 assists, 14 rebounds. I like him a good amount here as a spend-up. I think he's probably my favorite spend-up center. Now, Drummond at 9.3, we know the upside's there, but he's a guy that he got in foul trouble there against Philly, right? Like, the upside's high on him, but if he gets in foul trouble, the floor is kind of low. Still no Blake Griffin, so he's going to eat up a lot of usage. And again, the upside's there, right? 78 fantasy points. So it's a close call with Drummond and Jokic for me. I think I'm leaning towards Jokic. I feel like he's a little bit safer, but you could go Drummond too. Again, we know the upside's there. Now, Embiid, this is big news. He's listed as questionable. If he misses, we can look to those other 4 guys, right, with Josh Richardson, Tobias, Al Horford, and Ben Simmons. So all get a huge boost. The matchup's great against Atlanta too. So if Embiid plays here at 9.1K, don't know if I would go there because, coming back from the ankle injury, I don't know what the minutes would be like. Again, I think I would prefer like Jokic over him. But if he misses, then that'd be a huge boost to those other Philadelphia guys. So that's the situation we have to monitor. Hopefully we get more news closer to lock in. I will be live streaming back on my normal schedule here, probably 45 minutes before lock on my YouTube channel. So again, if you guys are new, it's very important to follow me on Twitter. I go over stuff as we get news throughout the day, and then as well as check out the live stream before lock, because a lot of things can change while I'm making this video Sunday night. Siakam at 8.7. The Raptors running a tight rotation, right? We know the upside's there. I think he's viable. I think I'm probably not going to go there in this slate, but if you really feel strongly about Siakam, you can go there. Kevin Love, it's a difficult matchup and the blowout risk. I think I'm going to pass. Julius Randle, 8.3K. I do like the matchup here a good amount. The minutes should be solid. I just don't know if I can get there on the slate. I do really like him, but the way my build goes as of right now, I don't think I'm going to be able to get to Randle. Vucevic at 8.2K is okay. The matchup's pretty tough, though. Gobert, don't think I want to pay that much for him. Aldridge, a revenge game, too, at 7.8K is okay. It's just the Spurs. I don't think he has huge upside. Right? He did put up 46 fantasy points, but I'm going to prefer, I think, other guys on the slate. Let's see, other options. Markkanen, Collins, Sabonis, all solid here. The prices are fair. Draymond Green at 7.1K. So Golden State just got blown out in that last game against OKC. But this, you can't get a better matchup here than the Pelicans. So D'Angelo Russell also got ejected. That's a situation with Monter. I don't think he'll be suspended, but we'll see. Draymond, Steph Curry. I like these guys a good amount here. PJ Washington at 6.6K is okay. The blowout risk really concerns me. Montrezl Harrell off the bench. The price is not coming up on him enough. Again, the concern is the blowout with this game, but if the game stays close, he'll play like mid-30s minutes. And again, he's an energy guy. He'll fill up a stat sheet, so I do like the price on him. Steven Adams at 6.4K. You're not going to get super excited about it, but I think the price is viable. Miles Turner, a guy that can get your blocks, steals, right? It's probably big minutes in the first couple games. 38 and 40 minutes. Love to see that. They're going to need him out there to guard Andre Drummond. So I think the price is pretty fair here on Miles Turner. Tristan Thompson's a guy who has been playing pretty well the first couple of games. The minutes have been solid too, 33 and 35. I just don't know if I want to go there on this slate. Now, Al Horford would be a guy I would really like if Embiid misses, right? Him and Tobias, Josh Richardson, Ben Simmons, all four of those guys get a huge boost. So, yeah, this is a situation I have to monitor. If Embiid plays, that's definitely a big downgrade to Horford. If he misses, I would like Horford a good amount there at 6.2. Let's see. Favors, the minutes really aren't. They're too inconsistent. Now, Kaminsky's a guy I've been all over the last couple of games. He's been crushing it, right? 34 and 37 fantasy points. I've been playing big minutes, too. 33 and 29 minutes. The concern here is the matchup, not necessarily the best. But, again, he's been playing really well. I think he's okay. I just think this might be where I hop off Frank Kaminsky train. Same thing with Baines. Like, the price is up there, 5.1K. We're not really getting like the super cheap value anymore. Dedmon's a guy that could be asked to play big minutes if this game stays close, right? Denver runs big. So at 4.5K, I think he's a solid value player, right? You could look to him, Holmes, Bielitsa. All those guys should get some decent run. Again, Denver likes running big. Kyle O'Quinn, you could give a look to if Embiid misses. Didn't play huge minutes, 14 minutes. I would have liked if he was playing 20 to 25. But, yeah, I guess you could take a dart throw on him if Embiid misses. I think that's basically it for center, so let's move on to... Oh, let me talk about Mari Spellman, too. I think I actually passed both those Golden State guys. Let me go Golden State really quick. So, Looney's going to be out for this one, so again, that's a lot of minutes to go around. Marquise Chris and Spellman will probably pick up a good amount of minutes. I like both of them as value plays, right? The matchup's very good here. I think I prefer Spellman, or Chris, sorry. He has a little bit more upside, but the risk is he's always in foul trouble, so that is the concern with Marquise Chris. If he stays out of foul trouble, I like this price a good amount on him. You could look to Spellman, too. Both these guys, again, should get some more run in a great matchup. But let's move on to power forward. So power forward, Giannis. Love Giannis. It's just the concern is the blowout, right? At home, going up against the Cavs, there's serious blowout risk. So I don't know if I want to pay 10.6K for Giannis in this one. The same thing with Kawhi, right? The price is appealing. The matchup's great. It's just the blowout risk concerns me. So both those guys, if you feel like the Cavs and the Hornets can keep it close, then definitely target them. But me personally, I'm a little worried about the blowout. Brandon Ingram, really like him at 7.5K. The price is coming up on him, but the matchup, again, is so good. You can't get a better matchup here. Golden State, right? I want a lot of pieces to this game. It was like the same thing with Houston, right? I talked about it in that video. I wanted a lot of pieces to that game. Same situation here. There should be very little defense played. It's going to be played at a very fast pace. Now, Drew Holiday's currently listed as questionable, so this is a big news. If Drew Holiday misses, that'll be a huge boost to Brandon Ingram. If Drew Holiday plays, that is a downgrade to Ingram. So again, that's the situation we do have to monitor. Other options, Gallinari, I think is viable here, 6.7 in the mid-range. Tobias would really like him if Embiid misses. So, yeah, I think like Tobias and Al Horford would be my top 2 Philly targets if Embiid misses. Because their front court would be pretty thin. Atlanta, the matchup's great. So I think those 2 would probably be my preferred Philly targets if Embiid doesn't miss. Let's see. Sarge is okay at 4.8K. Did have a pretty good game there against the Clippers, 38 fantasy points. Again, no DeAndre Ayton. There's a lot of minutes to go around. So him, Kaminsky, Aaron Baines, all viable, but the prices they're not really cheap anymore, right? Jabari, I don't think I want to go there, right? The minutes are kind of there for Trae Young and John Collins and very spread out for everyone else. Trey Lyles is a value play. Don't hate it. Not going to play huge minutes, but at 3.7K. He's a guy that can get you like 15 to 20 fantasy points in that time. I think that's basically it. So let's move on to small forward. Small forward. All right, we talked about a lot of these guys already. Kelly Oubre, him and Devin Booker really had to step it up here with no DeAndre Ayton. Oubre's been playing really well. 39, 40, 35 fantasy points. Again, the concern is the matchup not necessarily the best here, but he's viable in the mid-range for sure. Marcus Morris, the price is not coming up on him enough for the minutes he's playing. Probably going to play 30 to 35 minutes in a good matchup. The price is very fair, right? We have seen the upside in him in the preseason and in that first game. So I do kind of like Marcus Morris in the mid-range here, 5.3K, a good amount. Let's see, Joe Ingles, viable with is Bogdanovich, the other Bogdanovich back? Where is Utah? He is back. Okay, so I don't know if I will go there with Bogdanovich back. Utah's kind of balanced team. A guy like Kennard's been viable, but I think I prefer D Rose off the bench. OG Anunoby, a guy that, again, doesn't have huge upside, but if he's going to continue to play big minutes, he did have a pretty good game there in that last game against Chicago. So he's okay here as a cheaper option for sure. Josh Hart would be a guy I would really like if Jrue Holiday misses. If Jrue Holiday plays, don't think I would go there, but if Holiday misses, then yes, Josh Hart should be asked to play some good minutes in a great matchup. Let's see, other cheap options. I think that's kind of it. Yeah, I don't think I want to take a shot at any of these like really cheap guys. So let's move on to shooting guard. Shooting guard Harden at the top has kind of taken a backseat the first couple games to Westbrook. Shot the ball terribly, though. 8 of 29 in that game against the Pelicans. We know he's going to shoot the ball a ton, and when he's knocking down like 50% of the shots, he can crush it. So yes, I think Harden goes a little bit lower owned on the slate just because of recency bias, but we know the upside's huge on him. Same thing with Steph at 9.5K. I love the matchup here. You can't get a better matchup. And he's going to eat up so much usage, right? D'Angelo Russell got ejected. Maybe he gets suspended. I don't know. I didn't see the play, so we'll see. But Steph Curry, love him. I love the upside. I want a lot of pieces to that game. Jrue Holiday, again, this is big news. If he plays, that would be a pretty decent downgrade to a guy like Ingram and Alonzo Ball, and then that'll kind of take Josh Hart out of play. So this is a situation we do have to monitor. And these guys like below in the mid, kind of right below the studs are okay, right? Booker, the matchup's tough. Donovan Mitchell is fine here at 7.8. Levine, kind of like him there, 7.7. He's been very up and down, but we know the upside's there, right? He put up 60 fantasy points in the game against Memphis. This is a pretty solid matchup here against the Knicks. So, yeah, I do like the price tag. Again, he's a little riskier, though, right? A little more boomer bust. Russell, again, he got ejected. If he's good to go, wouldn't mind him. I think I'd prefer Steph Curry, but the matchup's very good here. Lou Williams at 7.1K. Don't know if I want to go there just because of the blowout risk, right? SGA, I like him a lot, but 7K feels kind of a lot to pay for SGA. Brogdon's been playing really well last couple games, or first couple games, I should say. 36 and 35 minutes. The Pacers starters have been getting a lot of minutes. The matchup, this is a lower over-under game, but if he's going to continue to play those type of minutes, then yes, you have to consider him here at 6.9. Jamal Murray, same thing. I think he's like a 7.5K point guard. He's listed at 6.5K. The matchup's great here against the Kings. So I do like him. The only concern is I think they're slight blowout risk. I guess it's only like a 6-point spread. But yeah, I do like him a good amount there, 6.5. RJ Barrett's a guy that's been playing huge minutes, 37, 36, 37 minutes. Fair price tag, a good matchup, so he's definitely playing the mid-range as well. Derrick Rose off the bench, do like him. With no Blake Griffin, right, there's a lot of usage to go around. Maybe Drummond gets in foul trouble, that's even more usage. So, yeah, he's not going to play huge minutes. I'd say, like, 25 to 27 like he has these first few games. But, yeah, he's playing really well off the bench right now. Josh Richardson would be a guy I would look to if Embiid misses. Alfred Payton has actually been playing some solid minutes, 26, 24, and 31 minutes. The concern is this is David Fizdale, right? You can never trust David Fizdale. We've seen it so many times last year with him burning us for DFS. But, man, if I knew he was going to play 30 minutes every game, then yes, I would like him a good amount here at 5.1. Schroeder's had a big game in that game against Golden State. He's going to come off the bench. He's going to shoot the ball a ton. Put up 48 fantasy points in that game against Golden State. So he's viable off the bench for sure. Let's see. Other options like Chris Dunn coming off the bench. Probably going to play 20 to 25 minutes. Don't hate him as a value play. Alexander Walker, I just can't do it right now. He burned me that last time, only put up 2 fantasy points in 12 minutes. And until I see him playing more minutes, I can't do it right now. As much as he's, won me a lot of money in the preseason, I can't do it right now. I think that's basically it. So let's move on to point guard. So we already talked to these guys at the top. Harden, Steph, love the upside in them. Russell Westbrook, revenge game, right, against OKC. So the price tag on him is very fair at 9.4K. We know the upside's huge on him, right? 60 fantasy points in back-to-back games. 9.4K, again, seems really cheap. So I do like Westbrook. Trae Young, also very viable. The concern is it's a tough matchup, but he's had over 60 fantasy points last couple games as well. So, yeah, it's tough up here, right? Harden, Steph, Westbrook, Trae Young, very all viable. You're going to have to make some tough decisions with these studs. Just below that, Lillard, don't know if I want to go there against the Spurs. Ben Simmons, I would look to if Embiid misses. And then this next range of guys I'm not super high on, like Booker, Mitchell, Levine. We know the upside's there, but very inconsistent. Chris Paul's okay at 7.4K. I think I would prefer other plays. Lowry's a guy I do kind of like here at 7.3. But been playing big minutes. 45, 40, 34 minutes. He's a guy that's been filling up the stat sheet. Again, doesn't necessarily have to score to get you there. So I think he's very viable in the mid-range. Fox is 7.3K, been very inconsistent. Don't know if I want to go there in the slate. Rozier is a guy that, I would look to, but again, he's been very inconsistent as well. Had a bad game that first game, and then only played 18 minutes because of foul trouble. So on the main slate like this, I took a shot on him tonight, but on the main slate like this, 11 games, I don't know if I want to take a shot there. Alonzo Ball, really like him, right? I've been all over him this year. Played 33 and then 36 minutes the last couple of games. If Drew Holiday misses again, then yes, I would really like Alonzo and really like Ingram as well as Josh Hart. So, again, I want a lot of pieces of this game. It's going to be played at a very fast pace, very little defense. I love the price here on Alonzo at 6.3K. DeJounte Murray, another guy I've been all over, right? It's just, why is Popovich playing him so few minutes? 24 and 23 minutes in close games. He's put up 41 and 44 fantasy points. Can you just play him 30 minutes? I don't understand why Popovich is limiting his minutes. He's been playing outstanding for the Spurs. So that is the concern, right? He's been so good, but if he's going to play 23, 24 minutes a game, it's kind of hard to trust. Can he keep producing 2 fantasy points a minute? I don't think so. So, man, it's really tough. I want to play him, but Popovich, I don't know what he's thinking of those minutes, man. Let's see. Other options. Reggie Jackson currently listed. He's at doubtful, so you could look to a guy like Tim Frazier, picked up the start. Not going to play huge minutes at 3.5K. He played 21 minutes, got 17 fantasy points, but that's okay, right? At 3.5K, you can give a look there. Again, D Rose will be coming off the bench. Where is Ricky Rubio also? Oh, he's listed as probable. So he missed that last game, but if he's going to be back, he's okay. I was just thinking about those value plays there with Javon Carter and Tyler Johnson. Both Rubio most likely back. Don't think I would go there. I think that's basically it, guys. So, again, it's very important to follow me on Twitter as well as check out the live stream. I'll probably go live for 30 to 45 minutes before lock, going over all the news we've had throughout the day, and then answering your guys' questions. So I think that's it for today's video, guys. If you have been enjoying the content, we'd really appreciate it if you'd like this video and subscribe. Again, if you want to get entered in the giveaway, all you have to do is leave a like and a comment on the video. That's one entry in the giveaway. I'll be back for another video. I think we've got a decent sized slate on Tuesday for NBA. So I will see you guys then.